how they would exist inside of Dungeons and Dragons. Most recently, if you're a fan of the Fast and Furious franchise, I made a Dominic Toretto character for D&D just because I thought it would be funny. And he turned into an Oath of the Crown paladin who liked to ride his horses with his family and get them all kitted out. So you can do it that way, or you can kind of go through step by step, which is the process that I'm going to be taking right now. So the thing that I think I like to start with the most is picking the class. So you can go through and sort of pick the playstyle that you want. Classes are built into kind of two big buckets first. You have the marshals, who are going to be doing like physical damage. So they'll run up and whack things. They'll use bows, guns, all of that type of like normal weaponry, physical stuff. Or you have spellcasters, and they're like the really fun traditional wizards who are going to throw fireballs and shoot lightning bolts and things like that. So, to create the character, first we got to pick one of those things. What sounds more fun to y'all? Running up and hitting stuff or shooting magic? Magic? Running up and shooting stuff. All right, here. Will y'all do rock, paper, scissors to see which one? Because you both said two different things, so let's see. Yeah, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, so we're going with running up and hitting stuff. So, to run up and hit stuff, there are a couple of classes that are really good at this, but there's two ways that they go about it. So you have the frontliners, who are going to be your big tanky guys. So those, yeah, you don't want any tanks. And then you have your people who are going to get in, get out, more like rogues, yeah, ninjas, stuff like that. So we can absolutely build a, frontliner rogue who's going to get in and get out. They are going to be like very dexterity based, so they're going to come in quick. They are a little bit squishy, but you can mitigate that through a lot of rogues' abilities. They have things like uncanny dodge, that even when they get hit, they can sort of half their damage and things like that. So that is going to be very good for them. The next thing that I like to do with character creation, once you have an idea of the type of character you want to play, right? Like now we know we want to play a rogue. We come up with their personality, like what type of rogue are they going to be, right? So I think the way that I like to approach this first is, do we want to do like a traditional rogue who's kind of out for himself and very like greedy? I feel like that's how rogues normally are. Or like a non-traditional kind of maybe happy-go-lucky, or do you have any other ideas on what, would you like to go like a traditional path or like a ninja, or do it? Uh-huh. Okay, I like that. So the concept is to do a rogue who is very out for themselves. What benefits me is what I want to do in the moment, but you still have a soft core. You're still emotional. If something moves you, you'll take action to save them. And I think that is very touching. Rogues are normally seen as callous, right? Very just sort of cutthroat. And this one can be a little bit more sensitive, which is very cool. The other thing that you can use on personalities is you can base it more off of how their race is traditionally inside of Dungeons and Dragons. So like my favorite race are elves, specifically drow, which are like underground elves. And they are traditionally very, very cutthroat. Their entire society is built upon sort of backstabbing and trying to gain power. So that is another way that you can go about it. Or you can pick a drow who totally bucks those traditions, right, and is very loving and caring and things like that. So the main races that we have are going to be elves. There are half-orcs, half-elves, humans, I already said half-orcs, halflings, you have gnomes, and you have dwarves, as well as tieflings who are like demon people. Do any of those sound particularly interesting? Sorry? Lings? Oh, halflings. So they're like hobbits. If you think about like Lord of the Rings. Yeah. We're not into the hobbits. Hmm. Oh, so there are dragonborns, which are half dragon. So they're like big lizard people. Uh, oh, okay. So, yeah, that is very much like what tieflings are. So tieflings look very sort of like elvish in nature, but then they have like big horns and they have like dark skin, like reds and purples and things like that. Yeah, all right, cool. Tiefling Rogue is absolutely perfect. Those two marry together super, super well. Uh, and then you kind of go into, at least for personality, the thing I think that shapes them the most is going to be their motivation. So we already know that they're out for themselves, but they do care about people, right? They're still going to be very interested and able to be moved, right? We have that soft core. So I guess the next question for their personality is what really is their like core motivation. So do they just care about maybe getting respect from people? Do they care about money? Do they care about just getting power? Or is there any type of like, sort of like core driving force of what they want the most? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I love that idea. So if their core idea is kind of building a community, then they are definitely trying to get money to make ends meet. But the thing that they care about the most is going to be respect, right? They want to make sure that they are respected in their community. They are taking care of the people around them, as well as sort of furthering their own goals. I think that is a great place to start um, with this character. So now I think the next part is honestly the hardest part, which is naming a character. Uh, Names, I think, have always been traditionally pretty difficult to do uh, because it is such a defining characteristic, right? Is what your character is going to be referred to forever. And even in like playing video games, I have such a hard time just like coming up with names. So I've come up with a few different ways that I like to create names, right? Uh, One that I particularly enjoy is taking a like popular character that you really love and sort of breaking down how their name works, right? So you have characters like, let's say, Jack Sparrow, right? So that is a very sort of simple first name, a traditional normal name, followed by a bird. And you can break that down pretty easily into a name that you might like. So if you take like a normal first name, let's say like Amelia or something like that, and then you can just throw a bird onto it. So Amelia Lark, if you wanted to sort of catch that pirate vibe from Jack Sparrow or something like that. Or you can even just like spoof names. So there are characters that are minotaurs, right? And a celebrity that I personally love, and I'm sure a lot of other people love him too, is Jeff Goldblum. And so minotaurs are cow people, right? They're big bulls. They have large horns. So you can take that and kind of turn it into a pun. So take Jeff Goldblum, turn it into Hef Goldblum. And that right there is already, you're off to the races and you're ready to start. The other way that I like to go about naming things is picking a word that is associated with that character. So with like rogues and things like that, they are normally known for like being in the shadows or in the dark. So you can then take one of those words and sort of form it into a name. I use Google a lot for this, where you just sort of like go in and type in like synonyms for shadow, and then there's just going to be a long list of words that you can kind of pick and choose like what you like from, and then you can break it down or add in extra syllables or anything like that. So if you're doing something like maybe like a fire wizard or something like that, you fire associated ash, seer, flame, things like that. Hearth can all be turned into pretty cool, easy names. Or even if we wanted to go with something like rogues are also known for poison, a really easy association with them would be flowers. And flowers all have really cool names. So something like hemlock, right, is not something that you would think of as a common name, but still sounds kind of cool, right? Then you can also do a lot of other things. Like, you can just give your character a nickname. Like, they don't even have to have an actual name. So if your character is known for being very, like, physical, and I mean, you see this a lot in video games too, right? So if we look at, like, Sonic the Hedgehog, right? Like, Sonic is named Sonic because he's fast, like a sonic boom. You have Knuckles, who's known for being like the big brawler, and his name is just Knuckles. There's no extra name to it. You can absolutely do that with a D&D character. So particularly with our rogue, what type of naming convention would you all like to roll into? Do you want to just pick a nickname for them? Do you want to pick a popular character that we can then sort of try to spoof their name? Or just pick like sort of an attribute, like shadow, shade, something like that? What are y'all thinking? Hunger Shadow? Sorry. Loner Shadow? Yeah, okay, I like that. That is very traditional rogue. Kind of, again, Alpha himself, a loner, and Shadow as in, like, hiding in the shades. And I also like the play on that, too. If he's building a community, his name, like, Loner Shadow is now going to be a play on, like, he's not always going to be alone, right? Like, his goal is to sort of build that community out. And that's pretty fun. Sweet. So now with the rogues are really cool because they have a lot of different ways that you can play them. So we now know that we want to be playing a rogue. We want to get up in something's face and then sort of slink back. But rogues also have a lot of other subclasses that we can now sort of run through and pick from. And the way that the subclasses work is going to change how they play overall. So rogues have a couple of different subclasses. They have like a swashbuckler, which is going to be very sort of like have a sword in their hand and come up and duel you. They have assassins, which are entirely focused on you never seeing them. And they're going to do very, very big damage sort of out the gate. As well as there's some kind of weird ones Like there is a psychic blade rogue. Yeah, so they use psychic energy to form their knives in order to kind of have no murder weapon, right? To tie them back to it. There are also spellcaster rogues too. There's something called the Arcane Trickster. So that rogue is going to use illusions and spells in order to kind of distract his enemies, in order to, get done what he needs to get done. It may not always be about fighting. That's more a little bit of utility. So they're able to come in, make their objectives, right? They can come in, steal something, and get out without ever having to actually get into a confrontation, which is fun. And there's a lot of things that you can do with that. Do any of those subclasses sound particularly interesting? The assassin? Yeah, all right, cool. So assassins are very fun, and they're very, very dangerous. So I play a lot of my time as a dungeon master, which means I'm the guy who sort of sets up the game and runs the game for everyone. And when an assassin rogue is in the party, they are very, very liable to just end the encounter very fast. So the DM will spend all this time sort of setting up the encounter, right? Just for the assassin rogue to sneak in, roll 1,000,000 dice, do 100 damage, and it just falls over and everyone walks away. Assassins are very, very cool. Their ability is called Assassinate. They get it at level 3. So what it does is that you have advantage on your attack rolls against anything that can't see you. And rogues get a thing called sneak attack. Whenever they have advantage, it adds a bunch of extra dice onto their attack. And if the creature is surprised, which means it has no idea that you are there, then it is also a critical hit automatically. So you don't even need to roll that natural 20. You just need to roll to be able to hit it once, and then it is immediately going to be a critical, which is going to double all of the damage. So because you're hidden, you're rolling a bunch of dice, and then if they're surprised, it is automatically a critical, and you can do an absurd amount of damage sort of out of the gate. Sorry? Oh, yeah, I'll talk about the psychic one. So the psychic blades is another really, really cool one. It is a bit newer, so let me pull up my notes on that one. All right, cool. So the psychic blade one is the subclass itself is actually called the soul knife, which is pretty sick. And so they use psionic energy to be able to create their knives. And the higher the level that they get, the stronger their energy becomes. So like the larger the damage is with the knives. So most knives are like a D4 or a D6, but with the psionic blades, they'll get up to D8s, D10s, D12s, which means every time you're rolling, you have the potential to just slaughter it that much, like more, right? They also get some really interesting abilities, like telepathy. So they'll be able to create psychic connections with other people in order to speak to them without needing to actually talk, which is great for those stealth infiltration missions, right? You're able to keep those open lines of communication without giving yourself away by having to actually speak. And then let's see. There's not a subclass, unfortunately. There is the ability you can multi-class. So for like that, you would be able to take multiple subclasses. So if you like really loved the assassin and you really loved the psychic, like the soul knife. Um, when you level up, you can choose to go into your other subclass instead of continuing on the assassin. So it kind of gives you a little bit of both. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Correct. Yeah, yeah. So you could start off as like a soul knife to get your like psychic blades and everything, and then when you level up, you can choose to go into an assassin to get that extra like assassinate ability. It comes in at level 3, so it's a really easy sort of. You just spend 3 levels, you get the assassinate, and then yeah, your psychic blades will like automatically crit and do a billion damage. Um, the other cool thing about the psychic blades is they're able to be thrown further than like regular daggers. Yeah, so they have correct. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. So definitely being able. I think my mic died. I think so. I will switch to this one. Can I go to this one? All right, cool. So here we go. All right. So yeah, it's definitely it's little stuff like that, right? That even just reading through what all the different classes do, you can come up with these really interesting concepts, and then you can use that to sort of like fill out your character even more. So you start thinking about like why they would be training with like these psychic abilities, and then how they would turn into like an assassin. What exactly they are engaging with or interested in, that would sort of build them out that way. And that's definitely a thing that is always good. And anytime you want to like multi-class, speaking to your dungeon master uh, and kind of helping come up with that story together is a really really good way to like hook you in to the narrative of the world overall. And it's just a very personal and like fun way to build out your character sort of as you go, right? Um, so yeah, here let's see. Yeah, and the Soul Blade is really cool because he also has things like teleportation. Yeah. So what happens is you're able to sort of like throw one of your knives, and then you can teleport to it. Yeah, definitely. So very much the Soul Knife. Again, this goes back to sort of picking characters that you love, right? So like Psylocke from X Men very much fits this whole like Soul Knife idea, and I definitely, and it might be from things like Psylocke, but I've always pictured like psionic energy and stuff as like a pink purple, and that just sort of like informed your character even more too. Like now you get into like the character design aspect of it, and you can think about exactly like what that character would be wearing and things like that. Like rogues normally like these like dark black leathers, but if you like have this sort of like bright pink purple energy that you want to use too, you can start like weaving that into like giving yourself little accents and stuff like that. That is just super fun, um, and probably like one of my favorite parts of character creation. So let's see, like running back through it, we have a rogue who is a tiefling. Their name is Loner Shadow. They want to be a soul knife rogue who is also sort of like multi-class into assassination, uh, and that just makes them super super strong at being able to infiltrate and sort of get in and get out without many issues. which also really helps their overall goal, right, of building a community. The more that you're able to do without endangering your people, right, the easier it is to sort of garner that type of respect. Um, it definitely could be an interesting tightrope to walk with your DM on where the level of like respect and fear is, right? If you're this rogue who is able to come in and just sort of like clean house without anyone ever knowing, that can be very scary for people because you have so much power over them. Yeah. Uh huh. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so that was talking about using a mask, having an alter ego. So the mask would be loner shadow, and then you can have this very sort of personal, normal guy, right? Uh, very superhero Batman esque, where you're able to put on this persona. I think that is absolutely a really cool idea, and something that gives your dungeon master a lot of things to like sink their teeth into. Um, because I think that that is one of the parts of character creation that can really fall under the wayside, right? Fall off the wayside. Uh, is actually sort of creating this character that fits into the world, is a fleshed out person. Uh, you can go through and write down all the stats and like, okay, he's a tiefling, he's a rogue, he has this ability, and he does this and this and this. But if it's just words on the page, right? If it's just numbers, then when you get into the game, you may not feel as connected to it because it's just essentially a video game at that point. Uh, Versus when you come up with this like fully fleshed out character who has this alter ego and he's trying to build this community and things like that, it gives just this immediate narrative to your dungeon master to kind of bring you into the game even further. Uh, if you give your dungeon master the tools, they'll normally respect that and want to further those stories, because even like just right now you're giving me these ideas and it's sort of like making me excited and thinking about like, oh yeah, no, like he could do this and then we could go over here, and just like building out these villains maybe that come up and are trying to impact the community. And then if you're thinking about just like superheroes, there's so much reference material to inspire you. And I think that that is something that a lot of people kind of forget about. Dungeons and Dragons is a role-playing game, right? So you want to create a character that you're excited about, that your team members are excited about, because maybe the other people that you're playing with don't actually know what your alter ego is, right? Like maybe they only know the mask, they only know loner shadow, and so then there's this whole mystery of like trying to figure out who you are outside of that. Like you're very guarded, so they want to try to figure it out, break down those walls. Or maybe they only know the normal person, and then when you go into combat or you take these missions, this other mask shows up, right? And that's a very interesting and dynamic way to play the game that isn't just, I'm a rogue, I roll stealth, I hide, I stab this thing, and you go to the next monster to get your experience points to level up, right? So I think that that is a great way to go about it. And so I think the next thing to really look into on fleshing out this character just a little bit more
is starting to think about their connections. So again, this rolls into building out a character that fits inside the world that you're playing in. So this is something that you can come up with yourself, or something that you may want to ask your dungeon master about specifically. Be like, hey, what type of like cities do you have that you've already like created in this world, and then try to plug your character into that city, see where they fit inside of that community. Maybe they live in this like very large city that is filled with very affluent people, but they are not part of that affluent community, so they're underrepresented, and which is why they want to create their own community, right? And so then you start looking into exactly how you can sort of form inside of the world this railroad for yourself, this pathway of exactly how your character fits inside of the world, and that then lets the dungeon master have a better concept of where they are, where they come from, and the people they might interact with. So you can then maybe this ties your dungeon master into one of the like city leaders doesn't like this loner shadow who's running around and maybe messing up some of their plans. Maybe they're trying to take advantage of some different avenues or people or businesses, and loner shadow is coming in now and saving those people. That immediately is something that can clue your dungeon master in to how to create adversity that is still thematic with your character. So I think that is a great place to start. And then the other thing that I think is really important is just creating the other connections for your character. So coming up with, do they have family? Do they have friends? Like, do they have a person that they grew up with and maybe they are estranged from? Do they have a brother? Things like that is always a good place to start. They don't necessarily even have to be close with that family or those friends. They just, if you write them into the backstory, if you make them a part of the character, it is going to further your connection to the game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you wanted to add like an animal companion, I think that like that is something that the dungeon master would have to kind of figure out exactly what they want to allow in the game, right? Because it does add in different mechanics. There are other classes that focus specifically on having like beast companions, or like so beast companions are very much like a ranger thing, where they'll have like a tiger with them or like a falcon that they run around with. So that's less of a rogue thing. However, I think the idea of just having like a pet or something like that is normally very easy for dungeon masters to say yes to. It just reins in what the companion is able to do, right? Because you still have to fit it into the framework of the game. But because it's a sandbox, it is very much something that is freeform. And as long as you're communicating with the other people in the game, it's entirely possible to create something that doesn't technically exist in D&D. So like a rogue may not technically, by the book, have an animal companion, but it is absolutely something that you could add in. and I think that it could work out really well too. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So that is very much something like a familiar. Correct. So there are definitely a couple of classes, and again, this is something where like you can look into multi classes, or even just talk to your dungeon master about possibly getting. There's a spell called Find Familiar, which essentially allows you to summon a companion, a creature. So like cats, spiders, frogs, different things like that, birds. And you can summon them as a companion, but because they are technically a fey creature, what you can do is you are able to connect with them. You can see through their eyes, you can communicate, and there's already a framework inside of the game in order to do that. And so that's absolutely something that I think is very interesting to bring to your dungeon master and be like, hey, I have this idea. What do you think? How could we make this work? And to be entirely fair, if there's a way that you want to play the game and your dungeon master doesn't want to play the game that well, then you just may not be right for each other. I think that is another thing that is very important with role-playing games, in D&D specifically, is finding the table that's right for you. So you can come up with all these cool ideas and create this awesome character, but if you're not at the right table, then the other people can kind of squash it, and it's not going to be fun for you. And I think finding those people, correct. Yeah. 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 Definitely. So I do think that with anything that you're going to do with a team, there has to be a little bit of give and take. But yeah, if people are just trying like to push you into a box or steamroll you to the point that you're not having fun anymore, then I think it is totally valid and okay to be like, all right, well, this may not be the table for me. And it's really difficult to find a good table that you connect with. But once you do, it is just that much better, right? So I'm 100% support that. There are a lot of, especially with the internet now, there's a lot of online games that you can play. Like there are places that you can go to find people who are looking for groups. And that is a much easier way to kind of cycle through and like, oh, like, and it's less committal, right? Because it's online, you can do it from your house. And if you have to give up one group, there's another group that you can always find. But no, I think that that is a great point on it. So yeah, I mean, if we look at what we've done, right? So we came up with a Soul Knife assassin rogue who is a tiefling who has this alter ego and would like to have like this animal companion that sort of helps blur the lines between Loner Shadow and their alter ego. They care immensely about creating a community. They're still out to further themselves while sort of a rising tide just rises all ships, right? So they want to bring people up with them that they care about, that they have deemed worthy of their respect and that respect them, as well as kind of coming up with these connections around where they come from and all of those different types of things. So that is like a fully fleshed out character. All you would need to go through now and is just like pick your stats. Like, all right, I'm gonna roll for my dexterity and my health and all of that type of stuff. and that is very easy and by the book. So like we just did all the hard stuff, and we knocked it out in 30 minutes. And that is a cool character that you can be excited about playing, and you can take wherever you want. So I think that's awesome. I appreciate all of your input and support. We are doing a giveaway with Misty Mountain. So we have a QR code that we're going to throw up on screen. If you all want to scan that, it's for $250 worth of stuff on our website, which honestly can go quite a long ways. Get you some really cool, high-quality dice. Yeah, so go on and scan that. I will also be over at the Misty Mountain booth in row 900 if you all want to come by and chat some more. If you have any questions or anything like that. And yeah, I appreciate you. So we are working on that. So we have a Discord. So if you want to scan that too, you can join our Discord. And we do have, like I was talking about earlier, that sort of online looking for group type of thing. If you want to play some games, there are always people in there that are looking to play more games. And I think that is a great place for that, to build that community out. And it is definitely something that we're trying to do more and more of. We'll also have all the information on our Discord for our Twitch. If you want to get into watching our live stream games, sometimes we also have community members play in those, which is pretty fun and sick. But yeah, so I just, I appreciate it. If you all have any questions, definitely come through and meet me over at Misty Mountain Gaming. Yeah. No, that's for the Discord. All right, this is the one for the giveaway. So yeah, if you just want to scan that. Okay, yeah. So yeah, thank you all very much. I appreciate it. I'm Coulter. What? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, thank you all for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, it worked out. Most definitely. Well, thank you so much, Chuck. I appreciate the help.
Thanks for being the first penguin in the water on the
Yeah. No problem.
Come on by the gaming stage. We're going to kick off the first Abdallah Smash panel of the day. We're going to be ranking all the best Pokemon based on your reactions. It's going to be very interactive with the fans. We're going to take your suggestions and we're going to rank all the best Pokemon. Your favorite Pokemon, who's best, who would win in a fight. It's basically a big who would win in a fight list we're going to be making right here on the gaming stage. So if you are a Pokemon fan and you are within the sound of my voice, come on down to the stage, grab yourself a seat. Mr. Abdallah Smash, our very special YouTube celebrity guest, is going to be taking the stage here at the top of the hour. So Pokemon fans, come get a seat, meet Abdallah Smash. We're going to be ranking our favorite Pokemon really, really soon. And I will take this moment to invite you to head on over to the gaming table over there by the wall. Sign up for one of our special contests or tournaments. All of our tournaments are happening all day long. Check the schedule on the website. We've got, I believe, a Super Smash Brothers, is that correct? Tournament going on today. Mortal Kombat, is that today? Is that tomorrow? All right, so the good folks over at C2 Grips, you can see their panel, their booths right here in the gaming zone. And of course, right by the main entrance, they are providing tons of amazing prizes, not only with bags, they've got Amazon gift cards for the winners. They've got these really cool drink koozies. You can head on over to the C2 Grips booth here in the gaming zone. Let's see what else. Amazon gift card, $25, but I have it on very high authority. There's a $50 one in there. There's a $100 one in there. The folks at C2 Grips providing amazing prizes for today's tournaments, which start later on today. Up next on the stage is going to be Abdallah Smash ranking Pokemon. Gentlemen, have a seat if you want to join in the fun Pokemon ranking panel. Are you here for the tournament sign up? Me personally? Not in Ohio. No. First time in Columbus. First time in Columbus. Right over there for the tournament sign up, the gentleman at the table. Red lanyard. Grab a pin. Oh, move up a bit. Absolutely. Be here for the next panel, the Pokemon ranking panel. We're ranking all the Pokemon. Who would win in a fight? Mr. Abdallah Smash is taking the stage. And we're going to have an audience Q&A mic for you. It's going to be very interactive. There's going to be a scale on the screens. We're going to rank them. We're going to move them in position. It's going to be tons of fun. Abdallah Smash taking the stage here in just a second. All of this, everything you see, is brought to you by our sponsors at C2 Grips. If you are gaming on one of the Xbox systems over there or the PS5 systems, you see those really comfortable, almost pistol grip grips on your controllers. Those are C2 Grips. You can pick them up right over there at the C2 Grips booth. Head on over, check them out, feel them out, see if you like them. This guy loves them. He loves his C2 Grips. All right, guys, we're starting the Pokemon ranking here in just a couple seconds. Get a seat while they last.
Yeah, what's out of the frame? Or maybe in the frame, that's fine. What do you think? Your production, whatever you want. It's either right in front or in the back. Front's cool. Is that just going to be like in the shot? Like the back of their head? Do you want that? Or would you rather Shauna just run around and hit? What do you think? Whatever you want. It's been a while since we've done this. Keep going. Yeah. We'll figure it out. Yeah. We'll start in the back, and then we'll have Shauna run around. I mean, I don't mind if, like if I'm still, like, in the, half of the frame over here, and then that person can, like, the back of their head can, yeah, why not? Yeah, just frame it out. Oh, shoot, let me see if I remember how to do this. Oh, cool. Yeah, should be alright. I hooked up into this guy. Actually, I don't think I need a second monitor. I won't need it. No. I'll do an extended display over here. He should be mic 2. I see your desktop. Oh, you do? Okay, great. I see the ranking side. Yeah, shoot. What does that look like? Does that look good? Is that like full screen?
I'm looking at. Right now, it's just the red on the side and the black screen, right?
Yeah, should be good. And then like I got a Pokemon over here, and yeah, that's good.
All right, Sean.
Yeah, a little picture-in-picture. We should be good.
iPad. Yeah, put a little picture there.
Yeah, why not? Easy, very easy. What? No? Yeah.
All right, everybody.
We'll get started. Yeah, give it like.
Feedback, we're good.
If you want to give it like 5 minutes, that's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe get some more people coming.
Hey, everybody, we're going to be starting here in just about 5 minutes. We got some Pokemon fans in the audience. You guys are going to love this panel. I saw Abdallah do this panel in Chicago, Illinois, and it was a blast. We're going to be ranking live in real time. You can name your Pokemon. We're going to put them on a ranking list and see where we land here in Columbus, Ohio. But it's going to be completely different than the Chicago audience. So we got a microphone up here. We're going to try that for a little while, see if we like that. And if we don't, we'll just run around and hand mics to people. We're going to play it by ear. By round of applause. Fans of Abdallah Smash, everybody knows him. His booth is located right over there. He's got some really fun interactive things you can do. You can actually play Mario Kart against Abdallah right there at his booth. See if you can beat him. We did an Abdallah Beat the Pros last night in the after hours event. Went on till almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Not a single person could beat Abdallah. Out of what, like 3 dozen players took the stage to play Mario Kart against Abdallah. Not a single one of them could beat him. We got close about twice. So head on over to Abdallah's booth. Go head to head. Play one-on-one with the man. Somebody in Ohio has to be able to beat Abdallah at Mario Kart. It's got to be somebody out there that knows how to play Mario Kart. All right, if you're within the sound of my voice, we're going to be starting the Pokemon ranking here in just a few minutes with very special guest Abdallah Smash. Brought to you by our sponsors, C2 Grips. Check them out. Has anybody played the video games out here on the show floor at the tables and stuff? Yeah? If you see those really comfortable, like pistol grips that are on some of the controllers of the PS5s and the Xboxes, those are C2 grips. They feel so good. They extend your gameplay. They keep your hands from cramping up. Game changer grips, and you can pick them up right over there at the C2 Grips booth. They've also got a ton of free stuff. They're giving away hoodies today. They're giving away drink koozies. Stop by the C2 Grips booth right there on the corner.
Koozie. Okay, that's like low-key annoying. Should be good.
All right, everybody, if you're new to the area, we're about to start our ranking of the Pokemon panel with Mr. Abdallah Smash, very special guest. If you are just now making it to the gaming zone, come get a seat. We are ranking Pokemon based on your live suggestions. Very fun, interactive panel. Come get a seat, you Pokemon fans. I'm looking at you, Barf.
Who is that? Cool. Yeah, we're good.
Hello, hello. How you guys doing today? Welcome, welcome. My name's Abdallah, and for the next 50 minutes or so, we're going to be ranking the absolute best Pokemon of GalaxyCon. Are you guys excited for it? Yes, okay. Hold on. You guys are still a little tired. I'll give you a second. All right, that was practice. Are you guys excited to rank the best Pokemon? Okay, that's a lot better. Yeah, especially right over here. Love that energy. Thank you so much. All right, so again, my name's Abdallah. You guys can find me on social media. I do family-friendly Nintendo gaming content, such as Pokemon games, Mario games, Zelda, you name it, it's on there. So look up Abdallah Smash on YouTube and come over to my booth right over that way and say hi. All right, so here's how today is going to run. As you can see on screen over here, we have a tier list. How many of you guys familiar with tier lists? Okay, for those of you guys that are unacquainted with tier lists, S is going to be the absolute best in the entire world, according to you guys. And then, of course, it'll go down accordingly right over this way. A tier, not quite the best. B tier, C, D, E. And I don't have a tier for erasing off of existence, so don't worry about that. Unless you wanted to nominate a Pokemon that you really, really hate, feel free to do so. But it's going to be a really fun time. So ultimately, you guys are going to be the determining factor of which Pokemon get ranked where. Simply by a show of thumbs ups in the air. Can we practice that for me? How you guys doing? You guys, yes, fully capable, except for that guy. There we go. He's sleeping at the wheel. Don't worry about it. Anyway, it's going to be really great. So I'll give you an example of how we're going to be doing this. We have a hot mic right up front over here. So I'll call on one of you guys. You guys are going to come on over here. You're going to talk about which Pokemon you think is the absolute best. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be the strongest Pokemon. It doesn't have to be the cutest Pokemon. Come up with some sort of fun story on why you think that you're going to win all of the judges in the audience over here. I'll give you an example. You guys familiar with Machamp, right? Machamp, he's got like 4 arms. Right. So one of the winning quotes for someone going to bat for Machamp was the fact that he can pet 4 cats at once. There we go. So that was creative, and apparently the audience really loved cats. So go for it. I don't really know what Ohio likes. You guys more of cats or dogs? Cats? 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 Dogs? You got a couple dog people. Okay, so all the cat people, you guys can sit on this side, and all the dog people sit over there. I'm just kidding. No, don't move. You're good. Anyway, so we're going to kick this off. One of my favorite new Pokemon is Sprigatito. How many of you guys have seen this one before? Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. The name, the design of it, I don't know about the later designs, but I really love the very first stage evolution. So I'm going to say that Sprigatito, with a modest ranking, while I don't think it's an S rank Pokemon, I'm going to shoot for A rank because I think it's absolutely so cute, and I think that you guys can come up with something better. What do you guys think on the placement for A? So give me a little thumbs up if you guys agree with that. All right? If you don't think so, give me a big thumbs down. If you really, really hate cats, where are my dog people at? Okay, you guys are very nice to me. Thank you. All right, so Sprigatito, really cute. He's a grass type. He's one of the brand new Pokemon, and I absolutely started with this one. Did you guys all play Scarlet Violet? Okay, some of you guys did, some of you didn't. If you haven't, you got to start with this cat next time you do, okay? You're going to have a great time. I guarantee it. Okay, so that being said, that's exactly how we'll do it. As you guys can see, a lot of you guys gave thumbs ups for A placement. And we're going to do that. I'm going to go from S placement, A, and all the way down, and you guys are going to vote. And then if you nominate the absolute best Pokemon, I've got some pretty cool prizes for you. You guys good with that? Awesome. Cool. So start thinking about it. And not everyone choose Arceus at the same time, okay? That's kind of cheap. Can't do that. Anyway, you guys are great. All right. Do we have a first volunteer that wants to come up over here and nominate one of the best Pokemon for GalaxyCon. Come on up. There's a hot mic right over this way. You can introduce yourself. You can say your name and where are you from. And you can face this way. Yep, face me right. Oh, okay, that's perfect. Awesome.
My name's Alexandria, and I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay, all I heard was Cincinnati. What is your name?
Alexandria Morgan.
Great. Wonderful. Love the outfit, by the way. Tell me about it.
This is Muffet from Undertale.
Oh, yes. Okay, wonderful. All right, so who's your nomination?
Are legendaries allowed?
You gotta like yell into that thing.
Rayquaza.
Rayquaza. Okay, so tell me about Rayquaza and why you think that Rayquaza should be number one.
I like his mega form a lot.
And you got to speak louder, like right into that thing, so that everyone at home watching and everyone behind, yeah, especially the feedback. That's my favorite part.
I like his mega form a lot.
Okay.
And I think he's super strong.
Okay, so Rayquaza is strong, and you like the mega form. Anything else about it that you want to really sell our entire audience to win this competition?
I just really like Rayquaza.
Okay, so you really like it. 3 things. Really likable, strong, and has a mega evolution. Those are pretty great prerequisites. I think so. All right, thanks for coming up. Why don't you have a seat? Okay, so now here's the time where you guys determine Rayquaza's fate. So, do we think, show of thumbs ups only, no thumbs downs, do we think that Rayquaza is worthy of the top spot of the best Pokemon of Columbus GalaxyCon? Thumbs up. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, okay. Tough crowd. Yikes. Okay. What do we think of the A tier? Right down below. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, that's majority. And then just to see, anyone else lower than that? B tier. I don't think there's anyone. C, D, E. All right. I think it lands in A based off of that. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, you guys are very generous. So I'm going to put this small little dragon right next to this giant cat. And landed successfully in A tier. Congratulations. Round of applause. Great nomination. All right. Who's coming up? Who's coming up? There we go. Hey, perfect. Look at that. All right. What's your name and where are you from?
Hi. My name is Zach. I'm from Indy.
Welcome.
So my nomination is going to be Probo Pass.
Okay. I think you're the very first person that has ever nominated Probo Pass. All right, so tell me about why you feel that Probo Pass, the Pokemon that looks like Mario with a mustache, should be number one.
So he's based on the Maui statues.
Okay.
Piece of history there.
I would say so.
He's got a fantastic mustache. Probably the biggest nose in all of the Pokemon, fandom or all existing.
Okay.
And then the shiny form is pretty cool too. He's like a golden statue, so you can't go wrong. He's super friendly.
He's super friendly?
Yeah.
Okay. How is he friendly? I've never interacted with one.
That's it.
Okay. Honestly, I'd give you the mic to keep on going because I want to hear more about Probo Pass. That sounds hilarious.
Well, I think I covered the basis. I think he speaks for himself just looking at him. He's always an inclusion on my teams when I use him.
Okay.
And like you said, he's not the strongest, and he doesn't have to be.
No.
He's really just the mascot player.
Okay.
He kind of carries that weight on his back.
Fascinating. See, now if you had like a bushy mustache, I would have totally given it to you.
Yeah.
Right?
Fair.
That would have been great, but that's okay. All right, so Probo Pass, awesome Pokemon, right? Got a big nose, biggest nose in all of the Pokemon universe, probably. And the mustache is great. I agree with you. The typing's fun. It's a really weird design. I don't know if it was like an homage to Mario or a Maui statue. I have no idea. But do we, as a group of Pokemon fans, think that this is S tier? Okay, based on the story and how he was explaining that. All right. So here we go. S tier for Probo Pass. Just thumbs up. Just thumbs up. We got three votes. That's actually a lot of votes. Oh, close. All right. How about A tier? Okay, 1. You can't vote twice. Put your hand down. B tier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it lands in B tier, friends. Hey, great nomination. And see, that's exactly what we want to hear. We want to hear the story on why you think it's awesome, right? Yes, I know it's enjoyable. Yes, that you like it a lot, but like really sell it, okay? That's where I get the most joy, and everyone watching at home gets the most joy too. So really, really focus on selling your Pokemon. And you have a couple minutes, so that's great. Congratulations on the B tier placement. Round of applause, everyone. Good job, good job, good job, good job. All right, so start thinking. You guys thinking of your favorite, best Pokemon, yeah? You guys know Pokemon? Cool, cool. All right, here we go. Go for it. Let's hear it with the mic. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, I'm Mitch. I'm from Columbus.
Welcome.
So I'm going to nominate Gengar.
I'm sorry, Gengar?
Gengar.
Good choice. Okay, I like Gengar.
So, super cool. It's old school. All right.
Super
so he's been
cool.
around here. Every single expansion, every single set of cards has had a Gengar. He's been banned in so many of the games, the card games. You just can't play the thing half the time.
Okay.
Because he gets so powerful. He's purple, which is awesome, and not that many purple Pokemon.
True.
Underrepresented color.
Okay.
Ghost type.
Yep.
Clearly the coolest type.
Yep.
I mean, what else is there to say? Oh, and why he's the best of GalaxyCon specifically?
Yes.
Go out there and try to buy anything Gengar related. It's already sold out yesterday. It's done, unless it's a stuffy.
Fascinating, fascinating. I mean, you could say that about like any Pokemon that didn't really exist. It's sold out,
Well,
right?
No, like, so they've got these cool little crystal balls. Tried to buy it.
Yep.
3 p.m. yesterday. Already
Gone.
gone. Everything
Gengar
else,
gone.
They have them. No Gengar.
Okay, I can see this one. Gengar's got a really cool like evolutionary method, right?
Yeah.
You got to like trade it over.
Yeah,
And way
exactly.
back in the day, like you needed like a link cable and a buddy that you
Yeah.
trusted that wouldn't run away from your Gengar.
He's been the coolest for the longest.
Okay. He's been the coolest, the longest.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what about Pikachu and Charizard, though, right? Like, come on. No, okay. You got some head shaking over here. You got some opinions on Pikachu and Charizard. Well, I can't wait to hear them.
Gengar is like the alt mascot, right?
Okay, this is
That's
true.
the mascot for not the little kids and not the
I mean, yeah. If you look
happy-go-lucky
at the cutscene in like Red and Blue, it's like a Gengar fighting like a Nidorino.
Yeah.
So, like, I agree with you on this one. This one is a really good Pokemon. So, but the question is, do you guys all think so? It's not up to me. It's not up to you. It's up to our collaborative group, especially all of you guys in the back that just joined us. Hi, welcome. How are you? Especially, yeah, come on in. Front row's waiting for you. Anyway, so Gengar, for the absolute best Pokemon of GalaxyCon, S tier, just a single thumbs up if you think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh my gosh, okay. A tier. A tier, anyone? Wow, I think you did a good job on selling it. Yeah. Just like all the vendors out there selling their Gengar by 3 p.m., apparently. All right, so Gengar S tier. So now remember, you guys can absolutely still nominate an S tier Pokemon. We're going to do an elimination match at the very end of the panel. And it's going to be pretty hectic, so you guys got to get ready for that. All right, Gengar on top. Congrats on the S tier placement, by the way. Good work. All right, here we go. Let's do it. What's your name and where are you from? Welcome.
My name is Patrick, and I'm from Newcastle, Pennsylvania.
Hi.
I want to nominate Auroras.
Okay, talk a little closer into that.
Auroras.
Auroras. Okay, tell me about that.
So I feel like it's very underrated. It doesn't get enough love.
I
It's
doubt.
shiny.
Yeah, I was gonna say I doubt that half the people here know that Pokemon. How many of you guys know who this is? Okay, yeah, exactly. It's not Gengar, but
So it's from Kalos, which doesn't get a lot of love in general. And its shiny is also really cool how it has the snow aspect to it, because it turns white.
I love the white shiny Pokemon. That's great. Okay, keep going. Tell me more. Okay, so for half of the audience here that don't know this Pokemon, why are they gonna vote as this one being better than Gengar?
It's got a very unique type. It's rock, ice,
Rock, ice. 4 times weak against fighting.
and steel,
And steel.
which is kind of sad.
Okay. Yeah, ice is not a really good typing as far as defensive goes, but keep going.
So it's also a dinosaur, which I love about it.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of people. You like dinosaurs? Of course you do. I know. He's like exuding dinosaur energy over here.
It's really good attack-wise, but its defenses are just so bad because of its typing.
What do we know about the lore of this Pokemon? Give me a Pokedex entry.
I don't
Oh, man. Dang.
I don't have it off.
You could just make something up. We'll believe you.
What?
No, it's okay.
Yeah, it's
All right. For anything else, any last remarks for Auroras?
I don't.
That's okay. You know what? I like it. It's from Kalos. It is a dinosaur, and this one right in the front row really loves dinosaurs. His vote might count for 2. All right, guys, here we go. Auroras for the S tier, top tier. We have 1 vote, which counts for 2 and 3. Okay, great. How about A tier? Okay, really? You know, you guys can put something into C tier, right? Okay, A tier was like 6. What do we think about B tier? Okay, that's like 3, 4, 5. What about C tier or lower? No. Okay, so we're going into A tier. All right, you guys are going to get the hang of it very soon. Not everything can be an A tier. You guys got to be a little bit more picky for me. All right, friends. Let's do one more. Who's up? Tell us your name and where are you from?
I am from Tupelo, Mississippi, and my name is Falcon.
Hi.
I will be nominating Sandshrew.
Sandshrew. Okay. That's a Generation 1 Pokemon. I know Sandshrew. Okay, so tell me, which Sandshrew are you going to nominate? You like the ice one or the ground one?
Ground.
The ground one. Okay, we can do the ground one. I'm good with that. All right, so tell me about why you like Sandshrew.
Well, I like him because he's a ground type and he's pretty strong.
He's ground type and he's pretty strong. I mean, those are 2 very good sell points. Anything else you want to sell the entire audience for?
Well, he's just my favorite Pokemon. He's one of my favorites.
Okay, so because he's your favorite, that means everyone should vote for it. I'm just understanding this.
It's just my opinion.
This is true, but you do have to sell it. Have you seen the episode where Sandshrew, was trained by a trainer and he can, go inside the pool?
Yeah.
And he, water didn't even affect him?
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And he, runs around and he beat Pikachu or something?
Yeah, then Pikachu beat him.
Oh, dang. And then Pikachu beat him.
Yeah.
But still, that was a really cool Sandshrew. All right, friends. Because it's this guy's favorite Pokemon, and he's a ground type, and he likes him, and maybe it can jump inside of a pool in the anime. What do we think for S tier, friends? Thumbs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We need maybe 7 or 8 for A tier to outbeat him. A tier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, hold on. It's going to be a tie between S tier, A tier. I need everyone to vote on this one. We're going to go top tier right now. Top tier. Or second to top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, wow, okay, really, S tier. Fascinating. This is right next to Gengar. We got some Gen 1ers over here. Perfect. Let's take a look. Hey, congratulations on the S tier placement. That's really good. Because it's my favorite Pokemon. All right, you guys are banned from using that phrase when selling your Pokemon here. Everyone's going to say that. Oh, I like it a lot, or anything like that. All right, congrats. Good job. Sandshrew. Okay, what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Shade, and I'm from Cincinnati, and I'm going to be nominating Garchomp.
Hold on, one more time with the Pokemon?
Garchomp.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, Garchomp. Yeah. Garchomp. Okay. Garchomp. Tell me about Garchomp and why you think that Garchomp should be the number 1 Pokemon of GalaxyCon.
I just think that Garchomp is a really iconic dragon type. I mean, we all know about Cynthia's Garchomp. She probably kicked our butts with her Garchomp when that game came out. Pokedex entries say that it can fly as fast as a jet plane. That's pretty cool. Don't know how it can fly, but I mean, just look at it. It just looks so cool. I mean, how can you not put that in S tier?
Yeah, could you imagine if Pokemon were real and then just you saw something just in the sky? And you'd never think, you would never think it's a Garchomp, a ground dragon Pokemon flying in the air as fast as a jet. Yeah, explain that. Anyway, keep going.
I personally think it has a really cool Mega Evolution form. I mean, it gets more spikes and it just makes itself look even cooler in its Mega Evolution. And yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's a solid choice. It has a Mega Evolution, very competitively viable. Cynthia's Garchomp destroyed all of us in that game, especially the remake. Yeah, it was really good. All right, Garchomp, friends. That's a tough one. You guys all know Garchomp, yeah? Tell me you do. Okay, it's one of my favorite dragon types. All right, here we go. top tier for Garchomp. Yeah, that's a lot of you guys. That's almost unanimous. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, congrats on the placement. Good job. I won't even have to ask the rest of you. It's majority rules. Wow. Okay, who's going to nominate a really low tier Pokemon? Come on, we need some laughs today. I need to wake you guys up with some laughs. No, I'm kidding. You guys can nominate anything. On a previous time where I did this panel, someone nominated Charizard for bottom tier. For bottom tier. That's right. Yeah, he's like, hey, man, I hate how much they're pushing Charizard on us. He's too popular. And then they also nominated Pikachu as bottom tier. Interesting. But hey, you know what? We're in Columbus, Ohio here, so you guys are choosing it. All right, what's your name and where are you from?
Hello, my name is Chris, and I am from Akron, Ohio.
Welcome.
And the Pokemon I will be nominating today is Wooper.
Wooper. Okay, fine. Tell me about Wooper. Why do you think Wooper deserves to be the top tier Pokemon? This thing with no actual arms.
The fact that there is a Pokemon as happy as Wooper and doesn't have arms.
Okay.
But despite that, defies the odds and learns Ice Punch as an attack.
Yeah, how does it punch? With its foot?
The world may never know.
The world may
Everyone blinks when he punches. We don't know.
It blinks and then it already happened, right? No one's ever caught it on camera. Not even like Todd Snap, right? Remember him from Pokemon Snap? Couldn't even get it. Keep going. Tell all of us about Wooper and why you think that it's going to be S tier next to Gengar, Sandshrew, and Garchomp. I don't know about that.
I totally get that we love Garchomp and Gengar for being purple. However, the shiny Wooper is pink, just like an axolotl.
Yes.
Pink, purple. I kind of want Team Pink.
Yeah. I mean, pink shinies are great. I love that. Okay. Any last remarks? You guys are all voting.
The Paldean form evolves into Clodsire. The end.
Okay, and he's got some Paldean forms. I mean, that's a very good nomination. So this one's going to be a tough crowd, but it's up to you guys. Thumbs up for a top tier on Wooper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6, 7. Oh man, whoa, really? Okay, 8. All right. How about A tier? A tier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6. Close. You guys, that's an S tier nomination. All right, friends. Round of applause on the S tier nomination. All right, friends. Now remember, you can't nominate everything into S tier. It's going to be really hard to narrow it down once we're there. So start thinking of how these next Pokemon compare to everything inside that tier, okay? Start thinking about that. Or you can nominate everything into S tier, whatever, makes it more fun. Someone give me like a very, very bottom tier Pokemon. That's what I want to hear. Anyway, whoever's up, give me a hands up if you want to nominate a Pokemon. You already had one, so we'll hold off on that for a little bit. You got one right over here, shot straight up. I don't know if it's going to be a top tier or a bottom tier or what. But also, those of you guys, don't be shy. We'll take any Pokemon. We're here for another like 15, 20 minutes, so let's make it happen. What do you got?
My name's Fred. I'm from Sunbury, Ohio. And the Pokemon that I want to try to nominate into the S tier is one of the original 151 Pokemon, and it's one of my all-time favorites. And the one that I'm referring to is Dragonite.
Wow, good one. Okay, let's talk about this. Dragonite versus Garchomp in the top tier. That's a tough one. I love me some Dragonite, so you're going to have to sell everyone else. Go for it.
Well, one of the main reasons why I like Dragonite so much is because out of all those different Dragon-type Pokemon out there, I find Dragonite to be the friendliest, whereas it is really strong in battle. And I know Ash Ketchum in the Pokemon Journeys arc of the anime caught one, and with it being really strong in battle and friendly, it kind of reminds me of Cassie from Dragon Tales, which was one of my favorite PBS Kids shows when I was a kid. And on top of that, its shiny variant kind of gives me Pete's Dragon vibes.
Yes. Yes, that's actually good. Okay, I'll give you a guaranteed S placement. Hold on to the mic. Hold on. I'll give you a guaranteed S placement if you sing the Dragon Tales opening theme song.
Emmy wished on a dragon's...
It's okay, you got this. We're all cheering for you.
Emmy wished on a dragon scale, and that's what started Dragon Tales. Around the room the dragons flew. Demi and Max knew what to do. They climbed on the backs of their dragon friends. Now the adventure never ends.
Wow, he hit the top note. Oh my gosh, yes. All right, you guys don't even get to vote. That absolutely gets it. And if you do want to sing a song, you can get a guaranteed S rank. That's it. All right, let's give him another round of applause. That was actually really cool. How many guys have ever watched that PBS show? That's like an old show. So, wow. That must be an Ohio favorite. My goodness gracious. That gave me the chills. I remember that song, too. Whew. Wow. Okay, you guys all agree that Dragon Knight was S tier, though, yeah? Yeah, we're all in agreement. Yeah, it was going to be S tier either way. I just wanted to hear the song. Good job, man. Okay, who's up next? Who's up next? All right, we got all the way in the back corner. All the way in the back corner. Welcome to it. Hey, don't worry. We're going to get all of you guys, so keep your eyes on the prize. We got this.
Hello, my name's Christina. I'm from New York, born in New York. And I'll nominate Stunfisk.
I didn't hear that. One more time.
Stunfisk? I don't know.
Stunfisk. Okay. Stunfisk. Talk to me. You want the Galarian one or the regular one? Did you know it? The regular one. Okay. Well, this little animated GIF doesn't do justice because it is literally a flat fish, and I probably can't even click on it. Hey, don't step on it, though. Okay, so this gives it zero justice whatsoever. Stunfisk is what? A ground electric type. It's like a flat fish that, like, buries itself in the sand, and if you step on it, you get electrocuted or something silly like that. All right, I'm not selling it. You're selling it. Go for it.
I don't know. I just want to put him up there because I don't think I've ever, used him once to fight.
You've never used them once.
I don't think so. I just don't know what he's...
Okay, talk a little louder. I can't hear you.
Sorry. I just don't think he's that useful, so I thought I'd put someone up there that maybe is an S tier.
Okay, so you're nominating some low bottom of the barrel stuff. Okay, I'm good with that. For the lulz, and you're nonstop laughing in the back. That's great. Okay, so this will be interesting. Stunfisk. I don't really know too much about it, besides it's like a flat fish. Cool. The typing is actually really cool. I love that. Ground type? Fun. All right, here we go. Stunfisk. Top tier. 1, 2 people. All right. A tier. All right. B tier. C tier. 1. Okay. Wow. Wow. 2. Yeah. Okay. C tier. Nice C tier placement. Okay. I think he's going to take up the entire C tier. Look at that. Because no one else is nominating C tier. This is funny. No, I'm kidding. He'll take up a quarter of it. Thanks for the nomination. Round of applause. Okay, friends. We've got a good 20 minutes or so left. Give me some really good tiered Pokemon. Right here, this guy. All right, what's your name and where are you from?
Tyler from Newark.
Tyler. All right, Isabel is joining us. Come on up, Isabel. We got a front row seat for you right over here. Don't worry. Okay, or you're with your friends. Great. Let's go. Let's hear it.
Electabuzz.
Electabuzz. Okay. Tell me why you think Electabuzz. Electabuzz. Why do you think Electabuzz is a number 1 placement Pokemon here for GalaxyCon?
All right, so in Gen 2, he gets a baby, which is pretty cool. And then in, I think it's the GS games there. Gen 4 there.
Right into the mic, man. I can't hear anything. There you go.
There
Thank
we
you.
go.
Yeah,
All right,
there we go.
Up and close. I'm getting germs now. Let's see. So in Gen 2 there, he gets a baby form. Which is really cool.
Okay, yeah. Elekid, he gets a baby form. Great, cool.
Yeah, right? He's got some spunk to him. And then Gen 4 there, he gets a bigger one, and he gets like this massive buff there, and he has to get like this certain item to evolve. It's unique. It's cool. I like it. But his shiny kind of sucks though.
I mean, his shiny's like orange. It's great. So I like the fact that he got a baby form, and then a couple generations he got like a fully evolved form, Electivire, with the, I don't know, like some sort of electrizer item that you trade or use on him. Cool, great. Keep going.
That's it.
That's it. Okay, Electabuzz. Interesting Pokemon, and very interesting. For like the first generation, I think he was pretty cool. Was he the best electric type? Could be. It's up to you guys to determine. All right, friends, Electabuzz over here with the baby form, with a fully evolved form. It's like Pokemon couldn't figure out their mind, right? They couldn't make up their mind on what they wanted to do with them. Yeah, and his shiny form is kind of orange. Looks like a tiger. All right, anyway, Electabuzz, top tier. Wow, great. A tier. Wow, double great. B tier. That's literally unanimous. Wow, okay, B tier for Electabuzz. Man, that's a tough crowd. You guys don't really like him, huh? Fascinating. Good nomination. Round of applause for him. Okay, here we go. We need some good Pokemon here. Yeah, you're right on board. Welcome to it. What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Keely. I'm from Indianapolis.
Excellent.
I want to nominate one from one of the lower tiers.
You want to nominate one for the lower tiers?
Yes.
Okay, who do you not like? And who do you think everyone's going to agree with you?
So, I don't know a lot about Pokemon. I've only played a few games, but it's Emolga? Is that how you say it?
Emolga, yeah. What? Why not Emolga? This is like a cute flying squirrel.
I have personal beef with this Pokemon.
You've-
So, I started playing, is it Black and White? Yeah. The second gym is the fourth gym. I don't know why.
Whatever, some sort of gym.
The electric gym has 2 of these.
Okay.
And it took me like 5 hours to beat it because it's so freaking annoying.
Wow, okay, and what was so hard? Couldn't you just bring a ground type?
I did. Okay, my team, it's a flying type, and I hate it. And it has that one move. What is that move called? Volt switch?
Oh,
That
so it
is
switches out?
I hate that move.
Wow.
I hate that move so much. And
Okay.
its little face, every time it popped up, and it would come up, I'd be like, I'm literally going to punch you in the eyes. I hate you so much.
Okay, so someone's got some personal beef with one of the cutest Pokemon in the game. Fascinating, go figure. Yeah, I don't really remember that gym battle, but I can imagine if you didn't bring like a ground type or something, it would be pretty hard.
Yeah, my team got, like, I have a sock and then like a little pup, and they died.
Yeah,
I'm
sock.
so upset.
Yeah, sock sucks.
I hate sock. That's my baby boy.
Oh
I
my
do anything for him, and it killed it.
Yeah, of course, like acrobatics or a flying type move. Okay, this is fascinating. Anyway, for those of you guys who don't know, Emolga is a flying electric type. It doesn't evolve. No. It is very cute, though. So, I mean, Ohio's a fan of cute Pokemon. You guys have to. No, not that one. No, okay, one person. All right, so you guys choose it. Personal beef with Emolga. S tier, top tier. Thumbs up. No, top tier for that. Okay. A tier. You're voting all day, man. One tier at a time, man. Okay. B tier. 1, 2, 3. Okay. C tier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. D. D is in dog. Okay. There we go. 4. And then how about E tier? Wow. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It's going into C tier, but that's really good. Very close. Very close. Okay, that was a fun story. I like hearing that. The stories are great. That's why I do this panel, because I like to hear what you guys come up with. So C tier right next to this weird pancake Pokemon. I don't know why you nominated that, but cool. Love that. All right, let's see it. We got a good 20 minutes left. Whoever wants to nominate. Here we go. The best Pokemon of GalaxyCon. What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Brandon Wheeler.
Talk a little louder and directly into that mic, man. There we go.
My name is Brandon Wheeler, and I'm from Ohio, Middleton.
Great.
I've been playing Pokemon for 12 years, and my all-time favorite, if I had to say, is Lucario, because I like how he can use Sword Stance and also Meteor Mash at the same time, because you have that chance of your attack raising, and his Mega Evolution is also useful too.
Okay, this is good. All right, so Lucario is definitely a fan favorite, and historically when I've done these panels before, Lucario has won. So this is a very, very good nomination. All right, tell me more about Lucario for those of you guys that are unacquainted, other than he's your favorite and he's got good moves. Give me something else over here.
Lucario is like a fighting steel type, and also he is from Palos, too. You get him from Karina.
Okay.
He's also from Sinnoh, too.
Okay, sure. What else?
And overall, I have seen people also use him competitively too, in tournaments and all that. And
okay.
Also, if I have to say, I really think he's a good support and also offense too.
There's a lot of things going on for Lucario. How many guys are fans of Lucario in the audience? Yes? Somewhat, yeah. A lot of you guys. Okay. Lucario, and he made it into Smash Bros. That's cool. Lucario's in Smash Bros. All right, friends. Here we go. Lucario for the top tier Pokemon of GalaxyCon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-ish. Okay, how about A tier? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Wow, that's a tie. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go S tier or A tier. Those are the only two that you guys can vote. I need all of you guys to vote here. Is it going to be a top tier placement? Let's see it. Okay, how about A tier? Second tier. Okay, top tier it is. Nice, nice. Okay, Lucario. And it also has a Mega Evolution. It can run physical sets. It can run special sets. It's very fast, although it is a glass cannon, right? That thing's done if it gets hit really quick. All right, good work. Any other nominations? We're all here. We've got some people over this way. We got Mario in the back. Probopass was already nominated, man. That's the Mario Pokemon. All right, what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Xavier, and I'm from Whitehall.
Welcome.
And I'd like to nominate Vulpix.
A Vulpix. Okay. Is there a specific Vulpix that you like? Do you like the fire one or the ice one?
Both.
You can only nominate one.
Okay, then ice.
You want the ice one? Ooh, okay, okay. The Alolan Vulpix. This one's a really good one. I think you're going to really win favor with the Columbus fans that love cute Pokemon. I think you might win that one. So tell us why you think that this cute ice-type Pokemon should be better than the entire S tier right now.
Okay, so number one is a fox, which I really like foxes. And number two, I think any Pokemon that has an Alolan version is really cool because, you know, you have like an alternate version that you can do, which really, to me, expands the number of Pokemon that there are in like the Pokemon list.
Yes. So if it has an Alolan form, it's already cool because the developers, they wanted to give it another form. Right? Okay, so what else? Why else are you selling it to everyone here?
I also want to say that with it also being not just a fox, it's a white fox.
Okay.
Which, to me, it really, especially because it's an ice type, if it like wants to like hide from someone and it's like in like the glaciers area where there's a lot of snow, then it could just hide in there and you probably like won't see it.
Okay. Okay, great.
And the evolution Ninetales, I think that's also a really great Pokemon because there's literally 9 tails.
There's literally 9. There's not another Pokemon outside of Ninetales with 9 tails. That's a very creative name too. Very creative. All right, so here we go. Alolan Vulpix. All of you guys for top tier. Thumbs up. Top tier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow. Okay. Hi, friends. A tier. Yeah, that is a top tier nomination, friend. Good job. Hey, round of applause for him. That's great. Okay, this is cute. So historically, when I've done these panels at other conventions, this is 100% unanimous. People love Vulpix, so good choice. All right, guys, we got a couple more nominations. Who hasn't gotten a chance? We got some people in the front row here. Whoever, you already did one. You got Sandshrew. It's already up there. We're good. All right, what's your name and where are you from?
I'm Athena. I'm from Wisconsin.
Welcome.
And my Pokemon is Snorlax.
Snorlax. Oh, I love that. Okay, Snorlax. Tell me about Snorlax.
I love Snorlax because he's just so sleepy and big.
Because he's sleepy. Okay. Okay, some of you guys are sleeping over here. Wake up. No, I'm kidding. Go for it. Tell me more. Tell me more.
And he's really powerful, and I love his heart. Yeah, Mega Evolve.
Okay.
And I just think he's really cute.
Okay, really cute, really powerful. He sleeps a lot. I mean, he's got an entire game dedicated to him, like Pokemon Sleep. How many guys play that? Great, cool. Is it noon to feed him yet? No, it's not. We'll have to feed him. Set a reminder. That's great. And Snorlax is a cat, too. So technically, all you cat lovers out there, you have to vote for him. Okay, deal. All right, Snorlax. Let's see it. Top tier. What do we got? Wow, okay. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's pretty unanimous. All right, friends, this top tier is getting pretty big. All right, I don't see anything for bottom tier. Who's going to give me a bottom tier nomination? Dang. Yeah, we're going to do an opposite. Give me the worst Pokemon at GalaxyCon. Anyway, you guys have it over here. Feel free. What's your name and where are you from?
Just call me Nerdy.
Okay, Nerdy, talk to me.
So I'm not